Greetings, peace, hotep. What's up, Habaragani, and welcome to Heavyweights Branding presents 7 Keys to Unlocking Your Music Success System in 2012. Now, some of you may be asking the question, why do we need a music success system in 2012? As y'all know, the gatekeepers, who are the A&Rs, DJs, promoters, managers, and record labels, they just don't know what to do. And these are the people that you've often looked at and used for access into getting into the quote-unquote music business. So there's no longer the good old boy game of making a phone call and getting a hook. The labels have been downsizing, people have been fired, but there's still showcases that say get seen and get signed. There's a lot of y'all paying to get seen, but I don't see too many people getting signed. And then when you go to these events, conferences, and showcases, you have the gatekeepers again telling you, get your buzz up, build your buzz. But they don't really tell you what that means, but that's what they tell you. So there's always an obstacle as to why they can't open the gate and allow you into the music business. You pay the money to help you, to consult you, to break your record, but nobody shows you how to make money, and still you're not let into the door of the music business. What's really good? Well, I can't tell you what's really good, but I can tell you what's really bad. The old music business system is just straight up failing. But don't worry, because I'm here to tell you for real, yes, you don't need a record label to have a successful music business. Now first, let's go back to the basics of what is business. Peter Drucker, who's known as the father of modern management, says that the sole purpose of business is to create a customer. So a successful business has a product or service plus a customer that equals sales. But where in the music business do you hear anybody telling you that? People really just tell you how to spend money to attract other people's favors in the music business, who then in turn tell you that you need to go and get a buzz. Just spinning you around and around in a circle, and you still end up in the same place next year not knowing where to go. That ends today. So today, I'm not here to tell you that you need a whole lot of talent to be successful, even though talent does help. However, we see every day untalented people achieve success in the music business. I'm not even here to tell you that you need to spend a whole lot of money, even though it is important to invest in your career. But no, I'm not going to tell you you need to spend a whole lot of money in a certain place to be successful. But what I am going to tell you is that you need a system to find success. And with that system, all the other things will come. You need a music success system. Now, before we get into the 7 keys to unlocking your music success system, let me tell you who I am, because you're like, yo, who are you? Why are you telling me this? My name is Tariq Scott. Some of y'all affectionately know me as Big Ty. I'm originally from Long Island, New York. I started rapping and breakdancing at the age of 10. I self-financed my recording projects from the age of 13 to 17. At the age of 17, I took my first major label record meeting with Leo Cohen, who at the time was the head of Def Jam, now one of the top executives at Warner Music Group. At 19, I was hosting and producing several award-winning radio shows in college. At 20, I was a concert promoter, booking major acts such as the Fugees. At 21, I got my bachelor's degree in marketing, minor in music industry studies. At 22, I signed my first international record distribution deal. Not a record deal, but a distribution. Since then, I went on to have artists that I've managed and consulted to be signed to major record labels, appear on national TV, tour and perform with major recording artists, and have their music placed on television and more. My success in the music business has not been because I had the most money, hasn't been because I had the most connects, or even hasn't been because I ran with the toughest crew or myself was the toughest guy. It's been because I've always executed a music success plan, and I want to share that with you. My mission is to help at least 5 artists make $12,000 in the year 2012. At least 5 artists. I don't know, that may be you. I'm not here to show you how to get a record deal or how to meet famous people. So if you want that, you probably want to turn this off right now and go do something else. I want to show you, those that want to know, how to build a better music business. Attract customers that will want what you have to give and will happily pay for it over and over again. How many of y'all like the way that sounds? If you can achieve that, then you might not want a record deal. Or at least you'll attract a situation that is more equitable and favorable to you, so that you're not begging for a record deal, but you're negotiating a business deal. And let me share a story with you real quick. Recently, in some of my online and marketing research, I ran across the works of an online marketing guru named Rich Sheffrin, and he shared a concept that was very profound. It was about opportunity seekers versus strategic entrepreneurs. And basically, an opportunity seeker is someone who is looking for that quick buck, and that strategic entrepreneur is someone who is really striving to build a business. And as you can see, as I listed here, you have 2 lists, and you see the 2 separate categories, and you can go through the list and see where you fall in at. You know, the opportunity seeker focuses on short-term transactions, where the strategic entrepreneur focuses on building long-term relationships. Opportunity seekers always asking, what do I need to do to succeed? But the strategic entrepreneur is asking, what do I need to become to succeed? Now, as you look at the list, I know most of you want to be the strategic entrepreneur, but let's be real. Most of y'all artists are opportunity seekers. Y'all put out music all the time with no strategy, just because you can. With technology, it has become very easy to record music, to put music out for people to hear, and so you just do it. You guys shoot videos, you put it out, but you have no strategic goal other than you want people to hear your music, and you do it because you can, which is an opportunity seeker. If you was a strategic entrepreneur, you would understand why you were doing what you were doing before you even. And so let's use this example right here. Recently, I seen a video of Alicia Keys DJing, and Alicia Keys is not even a DJ, as far as I know. She's a new DJ, and I think her name is AKA something, right? So now you have the traditional DJs who are skillful and nice, who can cut and scratch. You know, some of them feel away because here's this singer who's now DJing, and when you seen the video, she was doing what was called slamming records. She wasn't even mixing them. She was just playing one record after the other and just cruelly switching them, but the crowd was vibing. They was excited. And why? Because they knew who Alicia Keys was, and I believe they was actually interested in the records that Alicia Keys was playing. It didn't matter that she couldn't DJ. Well, it was who she was first. Now, of course, if she wants to be serious about DJing, she probably will have to improve, but the crowd gave her a chance based on the fact that they knew who she was first, not based on what she did. So as you focus on understanding whether you're an opportunity seeker or a strategic entrepreneur as it relates to your music. Understand that it's more important for people to understand who you are, what your music represents, before you should start putting your music out there just because you can. Alright, so let's move on. So after reading the work of Mr. Rich Sheffrin, I concluded that what I've been doing for almost 30 years is building movements, establishing platforms, and creating brands that achieve financial success that resonate with the people. And as the big corporate music industry machine slows down and falls apart, the people that have been a part of that system, they don't have the answers. It's the person who's been on the independent grind, guerrilla marketing for all of these years that can give you your roadmap to success. Now, let me let you know, this program is for artists who feel like they work really hard but don't see any real progress for their effort. For artists who are ready to start making money by the support of fans who connect with what they do. And this program is for artists that are ready to create a disciple-like movement around their music and lifestyle. So today, I want to share with you our first principle of the 7 keys to unlocking your music success system. Our first principle is going to kickstart this process and is going to revolutionize how you do your music business and your life is Umoja, which simply means unity. For the purpose of this process, we will define unity as the combination or arrangement of parts. So what we're trying to do is to create a customer. Now, in order to do that, we must be strategic and not opportunistic. So it's not about doing everything you can, but it's about uniting the parts that make sense into a whole picture. You have to know what you want. That's why we're setting goals. And unity gives you a focused vision. Everything is not meant for you to do. In 2012, you need to focus on the things that will bring you your music success. You need goals to remind you why you're doing what you do. It's easy to get caught up in other people's reasons and visions and get thrown off when you don't have one of your own. And lastly, setting goals gives you a destination. How can you drive without knowing where you're going? Most artists just drive but don't have any real location they're trying to reach other than just driving or putting your music out. So you just put out a mixtape because there's nothing else for you to do. So you just hop in a car and drive because you have nowhere else to go. I mean, that's what it looks like to everybody else. So goals give you a way to measure your efforts. So you're just not doing things and just randomly shooting, but you have a target. And when you have a target, you can measure if you're hitting or if you're missing. So here's the activity that I want you to do today. I would like for you to set 5 music goal dreams for 2012. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to help you by giving you 2 out of the 5 goals. Because I got 2 goals that I think all artists should have, period, but particularly for 2012. Your first goal is to get 100 fans in 2012. Wait. I can't even say fans. Let's not say fans because most of you may think that you have more than 100 fans because of the number of followers you have on Twitter or your friends that are on Facebook. So let's not use the term. So I'm going to charge you with getting 100 music disciples. Now let's see, what is a music disciple? Okay, I'm going to tell you what a music disciple is. A music disciple is deeper than a fan. A music disciple is an active follower of an artist or music movement. They accept your music and lifestyle and assist in spreading it or spreading the gospel of your music. They go the extra distance to support an artist financially. How many of you have people like that? They will make up your core base. I know most of you don't have these types of fans because most of you cannot book a solo show locally where you're living at right now and have 100 people pay just to see you perform. Most of you aren't able to get 100 people in 30 days to spend $5 on a digital download. And lastly, most of you don't have 100 people talking about your music, your movement, and spreading it to other people that they know. I know this because a lot of you that I know, I hear about your music only from you, or you were trying to get bloggers to talk about you. But the biggest advocate is your own fans. Never forget that. Now, I believe that the only reason why you don't have music disciples is because you never went after them. 100 music disciples means 2 people a week in a calendar year. So instead of focusing on blasting your music out to hundreds or thousands of people that really end up ignoring you for the most part, I'm saying focus on getting at least 2 people a week who really feel what you're doing and feel so moved to move. 100 music disciples beats out 1 million fly-by-night fans in the long run. 1 million fans will give you a hit, but 100 music disciples will give you a career. And y'all know this to be true because every year you see that one group that comes out with that hit record that plays for 3 to 6 months, but then the next year they can't even buy a vowel. And you know what I'm saying is true. So I'm not knocking having 1 million fans, but if you want to have 1 million fans, have 1 million music disciples. And the way that you get to 1 million is you start with 1, then you start with 10, then you have 100, 10,000, 100,000, 1 million. That's how I look at it. Now, your second music dream goal is to determine how much money would you like to make from your music and music related activities in 2012. Now, I would like to help at least 5 artists make $12,000 in 2012. Now, you may want to make more than that, or you may want to make less than that. So either way is fine, but I want you to set a goal that fits where your mind and heart is at, because at the end of the day, you're going to be the one that's going to have to do this work. When you set a financial goal, it helps you realistically start to understand what you have to do to achieve it. So you're going to figure out how many CDs a month you have to sell to reach your goal, how many paid shows you have to do to reach your goal. You want to figure out how much merchandise and what type of merchandise you're going to have to sell to reach that goal. You're going to figure out how many licensing checks will you need to get in 20,000 to meet that total annual goal. Financial goals puts a lot into perspective. It helps you stop doing things just to do things, and you put everything into a focus because you know that what you do will be based on what you get. So again, man, we're getting unity here. This is about unity and taking all the parts and putting them into a combined. Now what I want you to do is set 3 more goals. Anything that you want. Don't limit these other 3 goals to the scope of your current situation. So don't set your goals based on what your finances might be right now, or what your connections might be right now, or your status. I want you to dream big. Shoot for the impossible that you think is possible for you if you had all of the things that you perceive that are outside of yourself to make it happen. To help you with this, what I've done is provided you with a music goal dream worksheet to download. It's on the page. Just look under the video, you'll see it. And what this will do is assist you in the overall process of setting the goals. So please download the worksheet, and you can either print it out and fill it out, or you could just transfer it into a book or type it onto a document online. But please use the worksheet as a part of the process, and it helps you mentally just figure out how to set these goals and the process of setting goals. All right, so we're finally concluding with today's principle, which was Umoja, which means unity, and taking the different parts, getting a focus to a combined whole picture. We're going to set our goals, right? Tomorrow, what you have to look forward to is Kuchajakalia, which just means self-determination. And here we're going to find out what your USP is. And USP is an acronym for your unique selling points. Basically what this means is what makes you stick out from your competition. Why should the people choose you over someone else? And just saying that your music is dope is not enough. It's not enough. It's actually funny now. What I want to do is I want to congratulate you in taking the first step into changing your future. Again, my name is Tariq Scott, also known as Big Ty. The company is Heavyweights Branding, and you are experienced the 7 keys to unlocking your music success system in 2012. Peace.